What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about some Walking Dead discussion. Well, Glenn and Abraham both die will be the general topic of this video. That's what the spoilers are saying. Glenn and Abraham both die. We'll see. What do you think? That's what the spoilers are saying, and it's looking more and more like that. Basically, from the Spoiling Dead fans, these are the cast sightings from when they filmed episode 1 to episode 5. They're filming episode 6 now in July. So episode 1 was the whole lineup, of course. They had to reshoot it. So episode 2 was Daryl and Negan spotting the location Abraham, but he didn't appear to be filming. Episode 3 was Carol and Morgan with rumored Aaron and Eugene. Episode 4 was Rick, Michonne, Carl, Daryl, Rosita, Aaron, and Negan. Episode 5 was Rick, Michonne, Carl, Maggie, Sasha, and Aaron. So, no Abraham and Glenn since episode 1. So that puts the rumors going around that they're going to die, which I could see that. I could see Glenn getting picked, getting hit in the head, because we already know he got hit in the head. We already saw that in episode 16 of season 6 where the blood comes down. So he gets a hit in. So Glenn's not going to survive that. You go down, I go down, we go together. I don't think so. I think Abraham is just pissed. I think Abraham goes in, crazy mode after this happens, can't control himself, and he gets stabbed by Negan, is what the rumors say. But if Abraham dies, we will mother dicking riot in a vast sea of shit. And that's for sure that I will be pissed if Abraham dies. I will still watch the show, of course, because I love The Walking Dead, but it's going to suck because Abraham is one of my favorite characters, and he's got the best one-liners. He's pretty funny. But whack-a-mole here, Negan, Lucille, Glenn, and Abraham are the ones supposedly to die. So what do you think? Do you agree, not agree? But if you don't see him filming, there's a reason why. So let's talk about this a little bit. Season 6. Let's just talk about these two based on this past season. Nicholas, Glenn, dumpster crap here, dumpster diving. It's kind of crazy to think that Glenn survived that whole ordeal to be killed by Negan in the lineup. But what did you think? Did you think Glenn died here? I know a lot of people did. A lot of people didn't. I didn't think so because Nicholas clearly falls down with him on top of him there. And it was Glenn, I didn't think he would get under the dumpster and how he would get out of it, but I thought the group or something might save him. But he went under the dumpster, saved himself, all was well, came back, Enid was there too. And they go back, and all is well in the world of Walking Dead somewhat until the craziness ensued. But basically, Glenn was alive. So this was episode like 2 or 3 or something. We didn't see it back for like a couple more episodes. We had to wait forever, which was crap. You know, that ended with that, and then it was like, all right, great. I don't know what's going to happen here. But Glenn survived. He moved on and was back until, of course, the whole lineup with Negan. And I still think they're going to go with the lineup situation from the comics with the little twist of Abraham now, because Abraham wasn't in the comics there. He died issues earlier, and he didn't make it to that point. And Kirkman could be like, you know what? Abraham is in line. He's not going to stand for this crap. And that might have been what happened. So, but Abraham, this was this comic book death, of course, as we all know, but Denise got the arrow instead of him in episode 14. So if that was supposed to be his death, then what are we getting? 2 more episodes out of him? I mean, that's crap, you know? So Abraham dies in the comic. Kirkman regrets doing it. We only get a little bit more out of him. So we'll see what happens. I'm just really hoping that he gets wounded instead of dying, gets stabbed there too. But we'll see what happens. These are all rumors and spoilers and the early things going around. So Abraham, we need you for All Out War. But, you know, he's hilarious. He's a funny guy. Michael Cutlass is great if you've ever a chance to meet him at a convention or anything there too as well. And then who's going to drive the RV? I mean, he's the driver. He's the man. He does everything there too. But Abraham does a lot for the group. It's going to be a major loss if they lose Glenn and him for sure. And it's going to kind of negate the Glenn death if Abraham both dies. I mean, what's a bigger death for the group? I would think Abraham personally. But Glenn gets picked is the hypothesis and what we think. He gets picked by Abraham, or gets picked by Negan, gets hit in the head by Lucille a bunch of times. Abraham can't stand for it and then attacks Negan and whatever. So we'll see. But for Glenn to get picked, I think people are going to be pissed by that, because the cliffhanger, what's the point of the cliffhanger? Why do we have to wait so damn long if it's just going to be comic book style? Why do they do that to us? Because they can and they will, and they want us to talk about The Walking Dead over and over and over and over again. So Abraham stands up to Negan, who, as we saw in the thing, he was pissed. He kind of would take it for everybody there too, and I'm sure Abraham would have definitely taken the bat if it was just him going there as well. But I don't think that's going to happen. Do you think Dwight interferes too? Does Dwight stab him? Does Dwight shoot him with the crossbow? But the early spoilers say that Negan does too. I didn't see a knife on him. I didn't see anything. So we'll see. I don't know. Post your comments below, guys. What do you think on there too? And also, what's your favorite Abraham quote? I did this before in a couple other videos, but it's just great. Just looking at all them just make you laugh. You can kind of thinking about when he said it there too, when he's outside of you know, Alexandria, who's Deanna. But I guess Glenn and Abraham are connected, you know. They had that whole big connection there too when they were going to Washington, D.C., and it fell apart, and there too with the Bisquick and everything going forward. So I could see them going out in death connected as well, because I guess Abraham's got a soft spot for Glenn. You know, he saved his life numerous times, but definitely this one time when at Alexandria, when the walkers got in and they got crazy. But it's going to suck if it happens there too, if Abraham actually dies and Glenn died too. But I think it just makes more sense for Glenn. I thought this was a great thing. I got in a couple other videos, but just Rick talking about Abraham and Glenn's death, that they were great people and it's a tragedy and all this stuff. I could see him actually doing these lines to the group, saying everything as well to try and rebuild. And we're not going to have all out war in the comics with Abraham and Glenn supposedly. So which is going to suck, because I would love to see them characters around. So like, share, subscribe, post your comments below. What are your thoughts about it? Do you agree, disagree with the spoilers? Let us know, guys, and thank you.